We're going to go straight to questions for Manager Peter Burmese and midfielder Phil Oliver.
I guess same question for both of you to lead off. What does it say about this club that you have so many guys gone, you come back and just really run the game after going down early?
I just, the mentality of the group is very good. Obviously, we're missing a lot of guys. Go down a goal, mistake on my part, and then every single guy picks me up, picks a team up, and we deserve the game from then on out. And it says a lot about the mentality, the ability of the guys, what this stadium does for us in our home game. So, fantastic showing. Proud of everybody. Great win for us.
I would echo everything, and the only other thing I would say is that the execution of the game plan was very good. We played with a lot of intelligence in the game, and I thought that was the difference. There was obviously a lot of effort and everything else, but I think our intelligence in the game was very, very good.
5 from Christian now, 4 from Dom. Is this the 1-2 scoring punch that you envisioned when you first brought those guys together?
Look, there's no doubt that obviously Dom can score, and there's no doubt that Christian can. It's just them getting used to the league a little bit. So, found himself in some really good spots. Probably could have scored another one. Dom could have scored another one. It was a great ball that Benny actually put in for him when he hit it just wide. It was almost remnants of last year against New York in the playoffs. So, we could have scored a few more goals in that game. We were good. The other thing I like is although we gave up quite a few set pieces at the end of the game, I thought we were really strong. We were organized. We dealt with the stuff really well. So, and then the final piece is I would say this, our 3 first-round draft picks this year, they closed out the game. I thought Hallisey was incredibly intelligent to take the ball down into the corner and try to waste time and get a throw in at the end. It shows a lot of maturity from that kid. I've said this before, he's got a lot of potential ahead of him. And, T, I think all the guys would agree with me. T is a guy that, he's very instinctive. He goes out and he plays and he gets the job done. And I think all the players have a lot of confidence in him. And at the end to see Abdul Salam to come on, was more for height than anything else because they were pumping in so many set pieces. So from that point of view, it was good as well. But it's great to see those 3 guys in this time where we're struggling regarding injuries and everything else. For him to come, all 3 of those guys to be in the game at the end and still help us solidify and get a result. It's excellent.
It seems like it's been a while maybe since you had a guy with what Christian can do out there. It seems like he sees really well, can really get guys turned around. It hasn't been since you really had a forward with that kind of, as you talk about Hungarians being the Brazilians of Europe, that kind of creativity.
And he likes that.
I love the way Christian plays.
No, he's just there's no doubt that he's more of an attacking player, more forward thinking player. He uses his body very well, and he also finds space real well. But the other thing is that he also gives time, when you play into him, he gives time for these guys to kind of catch up to the field, win real estate. And now we get numbers, in and around in support of the ball. So he helps us in a lot of ways, and he's got good instincts for the goal. So it also takes pressure off of Dom of not having to be the focal point the whole time. And I think that's a real benefit as well. And so it's good to have many guys scoring like we had today, with Benny even getting the PK again. So that's important for us.
Benny, they take a 1-0 lead. They almost scored another time, but it really seemed like the deficit sort of woke you guys up. How would you just evaluate your response to going down 1-0 there?
Well, kind of what I was saying, in the beginning, obviously, mistake by me giving up that ball in midfield. I'll have total confidence in myself to not lose that ball, but I did, and obviously put ourselves in a bad position. But from then on, I think, as for myself, I wanted more than anything to turn it around. I don't want to go down 1-0, lose a 1-0 game, and obviously it'd be my mistake. So you work that much more to try and get involved in the game, try and give chances to our team, And I think I showed some signs of frustration when we didn't score in those few chances that we did have in the beginning, but we kept on going. And Dom had those 2 chances, wasn't able to put it in, and then he has one that Christian serves into his neck and he puts it in somehow. So he's going to get his goals, and that's what I told him. Look, if you miss the easy ones and score the hard ones, it's fine with me. And he did that for us, got us back in the game, and I think it just shows a lot, about our team, the way we play, the way we believe in each other. Like I said, the way the stadium, it's got its own personality, its own life. It wakes us up, and I think that had a big influence on it as well.
I just would say one thing to all that, and that is, we were actually playing well up until they scored their goal. It wasn't as if I probably maybe don't agree with the statement that we were woken up by the goal. I just think that they scored, but we were in the game. I think we were playing well. I think that again we were executing the way that we wanted to play, and I think they were kind of a little surprised with the fact that we didn't step up right away on them. And I think they had to make the game a little bit, which drew them out and created the opportunities that we had. Like I was talking about the ball that Benny gives to Dom. Again, it's because we were quick to win the ball, great counter, and we find the opportunity to run at them and put them under pressure. So I think we were there. I just, sometimes, you do get a goal scored on you. It doesn't necessarily wake you up, but what it does is it makes you a little bit more determined maybe you were before to go get another goal.
You guys are missing 8 guys tonight. You beat a team that's on a 9-match unbeaten streak. Do you feel like a lot of this tonight is a product of the work that you personally put in the off-season to remake this roster in a lot of ways?
Look, I always tell you, and I truly mean this, I think players, they always win games. They do. When we lose, it's truly something that has happened with the coaching staff, something that we didn't cover, something we didn't do, and so we have a good group. I really think the reason why we're able to get a result tonight is because of this one thing and one thing only, and that is we take every game that's coming up as our most important, and we're focused on that game, and we're not thinking about the next. And the idea of us coming in tonight and knowing that, look, we're at home, we need to try to take the points, we need to go out and be determined about how we're going to play, we need to be very disciplined in how we play, and I think that because of that and the mentality of the guys, knowing that and focused on that is the reason why we get a result. That is something that I'm proud of, is that we had that focus to be able to do that, especially at a time when, look, we're beat up a little bit here. Right? I mean, it's not any big statement. It's just we're beaten up. We're missing quite a few guys, but it's great to see how many guys have come into the game and are able to come in and contribute the way that these guys have.
Benny, these guys beat you 3 times last year. I know losing doesn't sit well with you. Does that enter your mind at all as you're preparing, for tonight?
Having lost them last year? Yeah, but for me personally, I played there, so I don't need any extra motivation to play these guys. It's my old buddies, old teammates, old coach. I want to beat them more than pretty much any other team that we play against in MLS. So for me, that's my motivation against these guys. Maybe having not done well against them last year, that adds a little bit, but I don't think as much as. Oh yeah, I love playing these guys. It's more fun than playing something, that's for sure.
Benny, as the number 10, the playmaker, what does it do for you to have 2 guys who are starting to click and gel in front of you in Dom and Christian?
It's fantastic. It makes my job a lot easier. These guys, they make the game without our midfield sometimes, which then opens up everything for us. And so, Dom, the way he works up there, the way he caught the play that I finally played on that ball in the first half was because of his pressure. He pressures Jermaine, then he tries to step into me, and then I'm able to win the ball, and Dom's off. So, the work that he does up there creates so much opportunity for us. And the way Christian, like Peter said, he has a way of not only dribbling the ball, but the way he manages the ball in his feet. He opens up space for other guys. Defenders keep their eye on him, open up the space for the runs. And so it's very easy playing with guys like that, and it makes not only passing them the ball, but running off of them, more, guess, more worthwhile because you know you're going to find the ball in good positions, and they're going to draw defenders.
Especially impressive for Sod. He plays 90 on Saturday, gets on a plane, comes in here, hasn't been with the team for a while, and then to come in and close out the game like that.
Again, I think it was big for us to have all three of our first-round draft picks to finish out the game. I think it's huge. I think you guys know this. We always talk about guys I send on loan. It's sometimes, especially first-year players, I'm a little reluctant to do it. But my big thing with him is because he missed so much preseason. I wanted him to get out and get 90 minutes fit with the team, and he feels very good right now in the place that he's playing. And I think he had a lot of confidence. And like I said, I brought him in mainly because I needed to get Christian off the field, and I really thought that his height was going to be an advantage, at least when we were getting all the set pieces at the end. I can't say enough about those three guys. They have really stepped up. For those three guys to be able to play like they did coming into the game was big.
Jake to start the second half. How important was the hustle play by Jake to start the second half?
Yeah, no, I mean that's what Jake does. Jake is sort of the jack of all trades. The guys know that, and they all respect him for the fact that he's got an incredible work rate, and he really wins that ball because of his work rate. Obviously, he gives a great pass, and to start off and right away put the dagger in them with scoring 4. That's hard to come back from.
You mean
Only we can do that.
His run on my brilliant pass, is that what you're talking about?
Benny, the attack has seemed to be a lot more cohesive over the past few games. Is it just you guys getting used to playing with each other, or is there anything else going on there?
No, I think that's it. I think obviously there's a lot of guys playing at a pretty high level. I feel really good right now with how this season has gone for myself, and obviously Dom is starting to score a lot more goals. They're finding the back of the net. Christian, he's getting his goals, and Christian being a guy that is here for the first time, regardless of how good you are, it takes a while to gel. I need to be able to read his runs. Dom needs to. He needs to be able to read Dom's runs, and so those things are falling into place now. And so once you start gelling and kind of reading each other without really having to take that extra 1-2 seconds to see where they are, it makes the game a lot easier and smoother. So I think that's definitely something that's not only been getting better, but hopefully continues to throughout the year.
Thanks everyone. Locker room's open.